Across the vast and untamed landscapes of Texas, the dream of homeownership faces unexpected trials. Here, beneath sweeping skies and rolling prairies, every city tells a story, a tale not just of opportunity and progress, but also of challenge and uncertainty. The pursuit of a home, a place to call one's own, is a journey marked by hope, yet shadowed by obstacles both great and small. Join us as we travel through the heart of Texas, uncovering the most challenging places to call home. From vibrant urban centers to tranquil towns along the border, each location is shaped by forces both natural and human-made. In these cities, the idea of owning a home may glimmer on the horizon, yet the path to that dream is seldom straightforward. In this journey, together, we will listen to the silent stories of neighborhoods, feel the pulse of communities, and discover why, for so many, the promise of a home in Texas remains just out of reach. If you're passionate about real estate and want to stay informed on the latest insights, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're here to guide you through every step of your home ownership journey in Texas and beyond. In the sprawling city of Houston, the promise of opportunity is shadowed by soaring prices and fierce competition. Here, glass towers rise above a patchwork of neighborhoods, each one echoing with dreams of belonging. Yet beneath the surface, the reality is more complex. The market pulses with activity, homes changing hands in the blink of an eye, leaving many hopeful buyers behind. As storms sweep across the bayous and highways shimmer under relentless sun, Houston's rapid growth strains its infrastructure and sends housing costs ever higher. For families seeking stability, the journey is fraught with bidding wars, unexpected repairs, and the relentless pressure of change. The city's allure draws thousands, yet only a few can truly claim a piece of it as their own. In Houston, home ownership is a test of perseverance, a measure of resilience against forces both seen and unseen. The city rewards the persistent, but its gates are guarded by the harsh realities of a booming, unpredictable market. Dallas, where the skyline glimmers but the path to home ownership is steep and uncertain. Here, ambition and innovation fuel a city that grows ever upward, yet the ground beneath is shifting. Neighborhoods once accessible now slip beyond reach as demand outpaces supply and prices climb higher with each passing day. Behind the polished facades of new developments, the competition is fierce. Prospective homeowners find themselves entangled in bidding wars, their dreams often dashed in the final moments. The city's promise of stability, of community, so often feels like a mirage, shimmering just out of grasp. In Dallas, the journey to home ownership is marked by hope and heartbreak, resilience and compromise. For many, the city's bright lights offer opportunity, but also a daunting reminder: not every dream is within reach, even in the land of opportunity. Austin, a city of innovation and music, yet its housing market remains elusive for many. Streets alive with melody and creativity mask a more somber rhythm, one of scarcity and relentless competition. Here, the influx of newcomers seeking culture and careers has transformed once quiet neighborhoods into battlegrounds for buyers. The city's charm draws many, but its housing supply cannot keep pace. Prices rise with each passing month, and the dream of owning a home grows more distant for longtime residents and hopeful newcomers alike. For those who wish to stay, sacrifices must be made. Smaller spaces, longer commutes, or the acceptance of renting over owning. In Austin, the spirit of innovation is everywhere, but so too is the struggle for stability. The city that inspires so many to create is the same place where the simple dream of a home becomes one of life's greatest challenges. San Antonio, rich in history, but the dream of a home just keeps slipping further from reach. Along the banks of the river, beneath the shadow of those ancient missions, families search for a place to plant roots. Yet, as the city expands, the cost of belonging grows ever steeper. The balance between heritage and development is, well, mighty delicate. New arrivals and lifelong residents alike find themselves competing for limited homes, while rising property taxes threaten those who have called San Antonio home for generations. The city's vibrant culture is matched only by the uncertainty that now surrounds its neighborhoods. Here, history is not only preserved in stone and story, but in the daily struggle to remain a part of San Antonio's living legacy. The city's past is ever present, guiding its future, yet for many, the future remains uncertain. Fort Worth, where tradition meets challenge in the search for a place to call your own. Here, the spirit of the cowboy endures, echoed in the clatter of boots and the laughter of children playing under wide open skies. Yet beneath this timeless surface, modern pressures mount. In recent years, the once affordable neighborhoods have transformed, shaped by an influx of new residents and escalating real estate prices. The old ways, of neighbors helping neighbors, of families settling for generations, are threatened by rising costs and limited inventory. For many, the question is not whether they can buy, but whether they can stay. Fort Worth's sense of community is strong, but the forces of change are stronger still. In the face of progress, tradition is tested, and home ownership becomes a prize won only by the determined and the fortunate. El Paso, on the edge of the desert where affordability is a mirage. At first glance, the city promises sanctuary, a place where the dream of home ownership seems possible. Yet, beneath the surface, challenges lurk. Wages struggle to keep pace with the cost of living, and opportunities for advancement remain few and far between. The landscape is striking, shaped by sun and sand, but the housing market offers little refuge. For those who make their homes here, the struggle is not just to buy, but to endure, to weather economic uncertainty, to overcome the barriers of distance and isolation. In El Paso, the hope for a better future is ever present, yet each day brings new tests. The promise of an affordable home fades beneath the desert sun, leaving many to wonder if their journey will end in disappointment or in triumph. Arlington, nestled between giants, yet the struggle for home ownership is all too real. Here, the city is defined by its position. Caught between the sprawling metros of Dallas and Fort Worth, its neighborhoods pulse with energy, yet competition for housing is fierce and prices continue to rise. Families are drawn by the promise of good schools and vibrant communities, but find themselves in a race against time and circumstance. Homes are snapped up quickly, often by investors or those with deeper pockets. For first-time buyers and young families, the dream can slip away in an instant. In Arlington, proximity to opportunity comes at a cost. The city is both a gateway and a battleground, a place where the pursuit of a home is marked by uncertainty, determination, and for some, eventual heartbreak. Corpus Christi, where the sea breeze carries both hope and hardship for buyers. Along the Gulf shores, the promise of coastal living is tempered by the realities of a challenging housing market. Storms, both literal and financial, batter the dreams of those who seek to settle here. The allure of ocean views and sandy beaches draws many, yet the risks are high. Insurance costs soar, and the threat of hurricanes looms large over every transaction. For those who persist, the search for an affordable, safe home can feel endless, a journey along an ever-receding shoreline. In Corpus Christi, the beauty of the coast is undeniable, but so too is the difficulty of building a stable life. Here, every sunrise brings new hope, but every storm reminds residents of the fragile nature of their dreams. Plano, a city of growth, but the cost of settling down grows ever higher. What was once a quiet suburb has transformed into a bustling hub of commerce and culture. The city's prosperity is written in new developments and thriving businesses, yet for many, the price of entry is steep. Young families and professionals flock to Plano, drawn by opportunity and reputation. Yet, as demand surges, housing prices climb, and the options for affordable living dwindle. Competition is fierce, and those without significant resources find themselves left behind. In Plano, the benefits of success are shared unevenly. The city's growth is a testament to progress, but also a reminder that prosperity often comes at a cost measured in dreams deferred and opportunities lost. Laredo, where the border meets the river and the journey to homeownership is fraught with obstacles. This city, shaped by the meeting of cultures and currents, is a place of both promise and challenge. The Rio Grande flows quietly, marking a boundary not just of geography, but of opportunity. Here, economic hardship is ever present. Wages remain low, while the cost of housing rises steadily. For many, the dream of owning a home is complicated by limited options and the pressures of life at the border. Families persevere, hoping for a break, yet the obstacles are many. In Laredo, resilience is a way of life. The spirit of the community endures, even as the dream of homeownership remains tantalizingly out of reach for those who call this unique city home. In these cities, the dream of a home is a journey through challenge and hope. Each community tells its own story, of resilience in the face of adversity, of families striving for a place to belong. For some, the path is clear, but for many, the obstacles are great and the journey is long. Yet, across the wild beauty of Texas, the spirit to endure remains unbroken. The land itself, vast and untamed, inspires those who dwell upon it to press forward, to seek out new possibilities, and to build even when the odds seem insurmountable. This is a land where hope is never far, where every hardship is met with courage. So, as we end our journey, let us remember, in Texas, the dream of home lives on, not just in bricks and mortar, but in the unyielding hearts of its people.